What's up, guys? It is Kristin Wilson with RDJ Walks. Welcome to another live play at home session. I have got two amazing ladies joining me today. We're going to be deep diving and talking all about being a successful DJ, business owner, while keeping balance and health. And we've got a little surprise for you as well that we're going to let Jess share with you here in just a moment. So how about I pass it over to you ladies? I've got DJ Rundat in the house with us today. DJ Rundat, tell us about you. Tell us about why you rock and why you're an amazing rock star.
Oh, hey, welcome everybody. I'm Boss Mama DJ Rundat. I am super passionate about DJing. It is like my everything. I've been doing it for 11 years. It was a childhood dream. Not only do I DJ, I'm author of this amazing book, How to Start a DJ Business, because I actually love business too. And I'm also a business mentor and a clothing designer. So we've got some gifts, not to spill the beans too early, but stay tuned for more details on that. And thank you so much, QSC, for being here, or for having me here. And ladies, I am so excited to talk about self-care. It is something that is so important to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tonight is going to be jam-packed, you guys. DJ Jess, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited to be here. DJ Jess, I'm a solo op out of Pittsburgh. I do contemporary weddings, creative private events, creative galas, travel DJing whenever I can. And speaking of the little giveaways that we have, so I do want to lead with that. What's up? QSC's here. Vicky's here too. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Vicky.
Yeah, shout out to QSC for having us. But so tonight we're going to do things a little bit different. We are raffling off a few different prizes. Now, the way that this is going to go is I'm going to be raffling off a really important and useful book. I'm not going to show you yet, but just know that it has to deal with self-care and it's extremely easy to use. The way that this is going to go down, if you want to enter the raffle, which you should, is you have to go to Instagram and like all of our Instagram pages, if you don't already. They're our names, right? At DJ Rundat, at Meet Kristin, and then at DJ Jess 412. So you're going to like our pages, and then you're going to see that we posted a screenshot or a flyer for this event. So what I need you to do is like that post. Now, if you like my post and Michelle's post and Kristin's post, that gives you 3 entries, right? So your name can be put in 3 times. Then if you comment, that is a bonus entry. So that could be 4. Also, if you comment in the chat here, if you say Play Out Loud at Home Rocks in the chat at any time during this, that gives you another entry. So you're going to want to do this. We're going to tally up the entries after this. I'm going to be doing that, figuring out who won, and then we'll notify you via Instagram in your messenger who won. So yeah, big thing.
I mean, guys, we're just going all out tonight.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jess. Thank you guys for joining us. Once again, I'm Kristin, owner of RDJ Rocks, an all-female DJ, multi-op based out of Orlando, also industry educator, DJ business guru, and overall believer in the motto Love, Lead, Excel. So today we want to talk about, actually, pause first. For those of you who are on the stream, I want you guys right now to hit share to your friends, because this isn't just anything to do with performers and DJs and business owners. This really is going to relate to anybody out there right now. So do us a favor, go ahead and hit share right now before we jump in. Some of the things we want to talk about today, and yeah, go ahead and ladies do that, and then I'll hit share in just a minute. We're going to talk about daily habits and routines to stay positive and have gratitude. We're going to talk about how to stay motivated to stay in the game. Guys, for a second here, can we just take a note that out of the last, are we on 10 weeks? Because I've lost count. I'm like, there are times I wake up and I'm like, what am I doing right now? Right? It sometimes feels like Groundhog Day. We're going to talk about easy affirmations to set the tone for your day. DJ Jess is going to drop some positive fire for you guys. And then working at home with family and kids. So one other thing I want to encourage you guys to do is to pop any comments in here, or if you have any questions for us, because I'll feature those on the page and we'll answer those live for you throughout our live stream today. So let's jump right in. I saw this quote, and Jess already knows, and Rundat, you're gonna know all about this about me. I love, 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 love quotes. And it says, "If you get tired, learn to rest, not quit." And I think that we've all gotten to that at some point, right? DJ Rundat and I were talking when we did our test, and she mentioned some things about being clear and connected to your vision, and I absolutely love that. So I want you to share that with everyone, and about kind of how you stay motivated to stay in the game by staying connected to that. So I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Yes. So every morning I like to wake up and give thanks and connect to my big why and my big vision of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, you know, am I doing it for my family? Am I creating this business because I want security for my family? Or am I doing this because it fills my cup? Am I doing this because I just love the exchange of energy and vibes when DJing, even if it's virtual, they're still there. I feel them. So connecting to, just why are you doing it? What is your vision? That's really being vision led is what really motivates me to get up and go and actually keep working in the business and keep, up on my marketing and networking and all of it, because there's days where I'm like, I really don't want to do anything. I really don't want to do anything. I don't even want to do chores. I don't want to teach my children. And actually in those moments, one thing that helps is music.
Yes.
Sometimes when I really don't want to do anything, just start downloading some fresh music, build some crates, organize some music, set some cue points, whatever, and your mood will just shift. So, but it's all comes back to your big vision. What do you want? What do you really want? And that is what drives me.
I love that. Can we talk about music for a second?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that too.
Okay. So first of all, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get to the point where there's just certain songs or vibes throughout the day? Like in the morning, you start off with like one genre and then like something hits you and you're like, okay, where's my gangster rap? Like,
yes. Oh my God, Rick Ross for the win. Listen, I went to Walmart last week. Big mistake. Like it was insane. It was just chaos everywhere. Workers weren't wearing their masks. People are bumping into each other. And then like I like dropped bird seed all over the ground after I left them, and I'm like scraping it off the ground. I'm like, is this my life? And then I was like, freaking Rick Ross. Like I need Rick Ross right now. So yes. I feel you on that. But in the morning, I find myself listening to, and I don't know if I should admit this or not, but a lot of Sarah McLachlan.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Is this like the commercials I see on TV? I'm such a dog mom. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that. And then like Sarah McLachlan's in the background.
Yes, but she has. I mean, there's more to her than just that song. There's more
okay because that. I'm like picturing like dog videos or something.
No, she's got an extensive discography. Okay, but I do agree. When I'm feeling like I can't get anything done and I'm just paralyzed by anxiety or stress or being overwhelmed, I know that that's my time to start maybe building a set, start organizing music, because that's easy to do. Music is it transforms your brain chemicals. So I totally vibe with you on that, Michelle.
I love that. So let's talk about music for a little bit. So do you guys only organize your crates, or do you like have playlists in Spotify too? And like, how do you organize that? Like, what are some kind of tips that someone could, even someone who's not a DJ and who doesn't make crates, how could they organize those? Where do they even start? Jess, I'll pass it to you first.
Oh gosh. I mean, as far as my Spotify goes, I have like a just chill playlist that I love, that when I just want to chill and listen to some great tracks that aren't really overpopularized. And then I have a hip hop folder, and then I have like an EDM folder. I have, it's all about the mood, I think, basically, which can also be transferable to your crates. If you notice there's a certain vibe going on in an event you're at, then you can dip into that and kind of go off of the emotion opposed to the genre, because if your goal is to create memories, one thing I learned when I went to Mobile Beat a couple years back was that emotion is what creates a memory. So if you're able to evoke an emotion strong enough on the dance floor, or even just through cocktail hour, then you're going to actually make a memory for your clients too.
Wow, I'm putting that in a quote right here.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah,
yes.
I always tell people that whenever I like meet with them and stuff. I'm like, well, emotion creates moments, so let's get emotional,
Yeah. In my head, I was like, let's get physical. But I'm like, that's not emotional. So sorry, wrong song. What about you, Rundat? What is your, like, you know, if you're getting yourself like motivated or whatever, like what do some of those crates or playlists look like for you?
Yeah, so my Spotify is really all over the place, but I always tell people that want to start DJing, start with building playlists, start in Spotify or iTunes, but Spotify is just amazing because it has all the music in the world. So my lists in there are anything from positive vibes to Christmas dinner, to electronica, to the Boss Mama Rundat playlist. And you could like search Rundat Latin or Rundat dance hall. So it's like, it's really all over the place. But then when it comes to my crates and organizing my files and playlists, I do have an external hard drive that holds all the music, and it's often by genre. And then there's some sub crates, subfolders, favorites, like favorite throwbacks, roots reggae, lovers rock reggae, big wedding file. And then I've been breaking that one down into sub crates within Serato for, you know, dinner and dancing, high energy. So it really, it's a complex system, but I'm always working on tightening up that system and working on those crates, especially because it really sucks when you go to DJ and you're like, ah! And so, especially for each particular party, like today I have a very unique party after this it's a corporate party, a virtual party. And the music that they gave me was really all over the place, like all genres, from like new disco to house to, you know, Lizzo. So I'm like thinking, okay, how am I going to mix this? And then I got to pick, you know, half the music. They picked half the music. So it's going to be a little tricky, but definitely, you know, taking that time before a gig like this to prepare, because the more prepared you are, the less stress you will have. And no one loves stress. Stress only harms you.
Truth, girl.
I love that. I'm gonna go search on Spotify, Rundat Boss Mama. I want to see what's on that list.
Girl power.
Yes. So, you know, I noticed when all of this kind of started, right? Like I had to look at my habits and the things I was doing daily and say, okay, how can I shift these around to make some sort of positive sandwich, you know, with so much negativity that was being thrown at us, right? I don't even know if positive sandwich is a thing, but it's going to be a thing tonight. I love sandwiches.
I'll eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
With pickles, right?
Yes.
So, you know, one of the things that I did was I started writing a handwritten note to someone, right? It was just something that made me feel good. So let's talk about, you know, some of the ways that we're staying positive. And I don't care if we talk about this for hours, because I'm gonna be honest, this was a tough week for me, right? So even some of the things that I was already doing, I'm like, okay, I got to shake things up again. Kristin, you got to get back in your groove. Tell me all the things. Jess, what are some of the things you're doing to stay positive?
Well, first of all, let me say I'm right there with you, man. Like, even though we're on this self-care panel acting like, I mean, you know, we're giving advice and stuff and, oh, here's what you should do. Like, just know that we are all so human. I am so human this week. It's rough, man. Like Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I didn't feel like doing anything. You know, it was just like, I just wanted to sit in bed and play Toy Story Drop on my phone. Like, don't ask about that. I have kids. Fine. I got addicted. I understand. And I'm just like, okay, my main goals today are to make sure that my kids are fed, you know, and maybe do a little bit of schoolwork. So this has been a struggle. But one thing that I've really focused on, because I'm the kind of person where it's hard to implement something and stick with it. For me, I need the easy way to do things. That's just the way that it is. So first of all, Michelle and I are in an accountability / quarantine queen / amazing empaths and energy women group. We meet every Monday with DJ Stardust. Yeah, we started this up at the beginning, I think, huh, Michelle, where we meet via Zoom, and she kind of leads it with her mentorship about, you know, where do we want to take this? What are we going to do today? What are we going to work on? And that alone has made me feel so much better. So finding a group that just you have the same soul, you know, that speaks. That's kept me afloat throughout this whole process. But I'm huge, like I said, on easy active steps. So I'll talk about the morning. I focus on the morning and the night. And that's what, like, my self-care takes place. If I could transition that throughout the day, that'd be great, because I am just shit come like 3 p.m. I'm like, It's like, seriously, I'm like, I have a hard time with that. Around like 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm like, I'm done. So in the morning, I have this book, and this is actually something I'm raffling off. Remember, you got to go to Instagram, like our accounts. If you like the post that we just did with the flyer for this event, that'll give you 1 entry. If you like all of our flyers on all of our accounts, that'll give you 3 entries. Comment on that stuff too, another entry. Comment in here, Play Out Loud at Home Rocks. That'll give you another entry, up to 5 entries. Winners will be announced an hour after the show via Instagram Live. So I'm giving away this book. I'm going to send this to you. This is amazing. It's called Don't Mind the Dirtiness. It's on my nightstand, and like I have like, you know, coffee and stuff there. Everyday Mindfulness, right? So this is sectioned off by day. So I look at the day and I let that quote.
Oh my God, wait. So can we see what was today? Do you have today's?
Yes, right.
Please.
Today's is peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is rather than as you think it should be. So this was powerful for today. You know, it's like if I start to feel overwhelmed or think about things that could be happening or what I was missing out on, I'm like, no, I need to retrain it to focus on this right now. And anytime I'm feeling out of sorts throughout the day, I just remind myself of that quote. Now, let's say it's a quote that doesn't speak to me. Like yesterday or the day before, it was like, oh, you know, shiatsu self-massage. I don't want to do that. I don't like that. So I just flip and I pick a day, you know?
Oh God, I'm crying.
It's like, but it's so easy because I was having trouble setting my affirmations for the day. I'm like, I was thinking about it too much. So if I just let this book do the thinking for me, and this will be my jam forever, I'm hoping. So that's what I do in the morning. And then I focus on things that I love. I made a list of what I love in the morning. I love coffee, so I really focus on enjoying that cup of coffee. I love smells, so I'll light a candle, a lavender candle, or I'll burn some sweetgrass, which has this great like hippie smell to it, and it makes me feel like connected to nature, you know? So I focus on those 3 things, and then I also love nature, and I have a lot of bird feeders outside. So I make sure to take a moment to watch the birds. And if I don't do that, dude, I'm a mess. Like I am a hot mess yelling at my kids for breathing type of person. So the morning is everything. I notice if I don't do this, I didn't do it on the weekend, and I was just like, I hate life. You know, it was a shame. So
like how long does that like I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, is this woman like taking 3 hours of her morning? Like, or is this like what like explain it to me.
Between 8 and 9, I set the routine for self-care. But like last night I had nightmares and I couldn't sleep. So I woke up at like 8:30. So this is able to be done within like 15, 20 minutes. It's transferable depending on the type of sleep you had the night before. So yeah, from 8 to 9, I'll do that. And then from 9 until 11, I do work. So that kind of sets the mindset. Yeah, it's quick, man. I mean, if I don't have all the time in the world, then I'll just cut out like watching birds for longer. I'll just make sure to take a moment and look at them or look outside. I know it's crazy, but I love birds. So
I love that. Okay, Rundat, give us some stuff. What can we do to stay positive? You know, add to our morning routine or afternoon. We had a couple more people join us, so I just want to shout out what's up. Let's see, we got Johnny here. We got DJ Gabriel. I think I said that right. Christopher with SCE Group. Todd's in the building. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please share. We're all about trying to figure out what can we do to stay positive. And stay in the game, right? Yeah. All right, Rundat, what you got for us?
Okay, so I am a bit of an overachiever, like I think we all are. So I have this list and it changes, and it's of daily things that I want to do more of. So it's not just a morning routine or a nighttime routine, it's daily, because as DJs, you know, we might not be morning people, depending on the season, what's going on. But I'm a mom, I have 2 kids, and I've slowly trained myself to go to bed earlier, and you know, I have to wake up at 7 o'clock to get the kids to school. Now, all that went out the door. So, but every day, like in the morning, wake up, just like a quick in your head out loud, give thanks, another day, drink some water, maybe get my tea. I actually, before I even get out of bed, I like to like stretch my neck, and it just cracked. So I just like to stretch it. It's a simple thing. I mean, a lot of people get tension headaches. So simple stretch, some breaths, maybe roll your shoulders. When I get out of bed, I like to stretch and bend over and try to touch the ground, because I can't touch the ground when I first wake up. But with a little stretching and breathing into it, I can touch the ground pretty quick, because I've dealt with a lot of lower back issues being a DJ. And I've usually I do a lot of acupuncture, massage, and chiropractor. None of that's happening right now.
Yeah.
And actually, my back's doing pretty good lately. So that's just a few simple things I like to do in the morning. I like to meditate before I get out of bed. I listen to a guided meditation. It's pretty long. It's about 25 minutes, and it's all about visualizing. It's all about visualizing. What do you want? What does it feel like? Like pretending like you're already having that. Like, what is it going to feel like to touch that Mobile Beat stage? So I was invited to speak at Mobile Beat, and it didn't happen. But for like since August to March, I was mentally meditating and preparing myself that I'm going to walk on that stage, and I'm not going to shake, and I'm going to kill it. And it's going to feel amazing. And afterwards, everyone's going to be like, yeah, Rundat, nice job, you know? And so that was my visualization for a long time. And it changes. And now I visualize like, you know, my mom being healthy, my family being healthy, the world being healthy. And so I like the guided meditations. And there's also an evening one. It's like a 2-part by Joe Dispenza. And they're kind of long. So I don't do both every day. I'm happy if I do one or the other. And then another thing I've been doing is these other podcast guided meditations that are quicker. There's some on Spotify by Abraham Hicks, and it's about feeling good. And that's my ultimate goal. I just want to feel good. And it's just like all about feeling good. So even like throughout the day, if I crash or need a pep talk, I have a couple different podcasts that I could just turn on, and they kind of give me a pep talk, kick me back into gear.
I like that. I want to use that. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. And then a couple other big ones that are always life goals, daily goals is more water. I have a rule, never say no to water. So more water, because I find it hard to be consistent. More water and more raw fruits and veggies. And even if it's smoothies, salads are great, but just every day making sure I have like some real high dense nutritious food, like superfoods in the smoothie, cacao, chia seeds, spirulina, all of it. Like,
bro, she's going out.
I go hard.
What is cacao? What is cacao?
Cacao.
It sounds like a sound effect.
It sounds like that guy from, what is that movie? Step Brothers. Pow, cacao.
Okay, it's chocolate. It's like chocolate.
Oh,
that's like natural
cocoa.
That's how you say
that? Yeah, but I call it cacao. I could be saying it wrong, but I might not be.
No, keep doing it that way. That's fine.
That literally, it's like the difference between like, Target and like Target, right?
Right.
Like,
or like agave and agave or something.
Yeah.
So real quick, I gotta say, and then I want to hear Kristin what you do, but Todd says Turkish baths are killer too. Todd, please explain what the heck a Turkish bath is, and then I am going to work on that. Thank you.
Yeah, if not, I'm going to Google it. So I need to make sure I know what I'm Googling before I do it.
Not like a cold bath, like a cold plunge, because I haven't braved that. I can do a cold shower, but not that.
Yeah.
So Kristin, what are you doing? What's your
I mean, at this point, I think everything needs to be turned upside down on its head, because what I've been doing in the last 9 weeks, I think now needs to evolve again. So when everything was first starting, I would still have my same routine. I would wake up in the morning, I'd work out a little bit, just something simple, nothing crazy, because I couldn't get to the gym. So I was just doing something at home. Then I'd start with my coffee. I'm like you, Jess, like I'm a scent person. So I would put on some sort of essential oil, whether that was peppermint or something to kind of like wake me up a little bit. And then I would write my gratitude cards. But then I stopped working out, and I just, for whatever reason, I quit doing the thing. So I feel like I need to like kind of get moving again, So, but the thing is that everything you guys see behind me was not there before. So this used to be my space where I would do little workouts. And now my space has turned into, the live stream station, the station where I DJ virtually, my permanent workstation, because I can't go back to the office yet. So it's almost like I'm kind of having to rearrange things again and kind of figure that all out. Right.
I'm the same way. I fell off so hard from my self-care routine for like 2 weeks. It was like, I was so good with it. And then I'm just like, nope. I don't know. I was also doing gratitude in the morning. Because I don't know if I just like send a text message. I would pick one person and send a text message and thank them. And then it became overwhelming. So I stopped doing it. So this week I was thinking, I think I want to take tomorrow just to send out cards to people to say thank you. You know, just because giving thanks, it changes your brain. I don't know if any of you can elaborate on that more, but I did learn that gratitude does help to switch the negative thoughts. It's almost like cognitive behavioral therapy, where it rewires your brain to be more positive, because when you're stuck in a negative mindset, it is so simple and easy to stay in that negative mindset. For example, did you know that it takes 5 positive thoughts to outweigh 1 negative thought to kind of switch that up? That's how powerful negative thoughts are. Freaking insane, right? 5.
I'm going to have to tell myself I am skinny, I am skinny, I am skinny, I am skinny, I am skinny. And then maybe I will wake up in the morning and I will work out so that like, right? Like it's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? So like when I got back on my health kick and when I was actually like going at it, you know, some people think to themselves, you know, I need to start working out first to like get fit, but it's like opposite. You have to change your thought process, right? Like I have to eat right and work out and then the things will come. So that's kind of where I'm at. If there's any dietitians out there or somebody who wants to give me like a at-home workout strategy, like please holler at you, girl, because like this world's about to open up and I'm not going to go to a DJ conference and I walk in and people are like, oh, did you see she like gained like 10 pounds? No, it's not going to be me. So
I have some tips on that one. So exercise is huge. I ran my first 10K this year. I set a big goal and at the end of January, I ran it. And I have been afraid of running and I'm Rundat. I put the run back into Rundat. And I had knee surgery years ago. So I've always been like, I don't want to hurt myself. Like I can't do that. I have to DJ or whatnot. So exercise, I set that big goal. It was a bucket list and I did it. And I try to continue to run a mile here and there. It only takes under 12 minutes, usually 10 and a half. I got one at 10 minutes. That was my record. And so, you know, it's funny because I said it a couple times. I said it to Jess in our call the other day. I said it to my neighbor and it never happened. And then my 13-year-old daughter woke up and said, Mom, let's go on a run. And I was like, and she goes, say yes. And I was like, okay. And so then, you know, having a buddy, but also having a big goal to be committed to it. And something that helped me train for that, because I was really kind of training on my own, was the Betty Rocker. She has home workouts and she's on Instagram and it's stuff you can do at home with nothing. So I did notice the big difference when you run it out. And it's also like in business, when you're pushing yourself to do something new and exciting and pushing out of your comfort zone to that like next level, like exercise is like so good during that time to like run a hill. And when you want to stop, don't. It works magic. And feeling the runner's high, like getting into your body and like knowing that I could run like 7 miles. And yeah, I stopped a lot and it was treacherous. There was the second mile was like straight uphill and I didn't even know that. I just like signed up for the race that fit the calendar. But you know, it's huge. It's huge. And it took me for years. I had a goal. Oh, when I'm 30, I'm going to have this exercise routine. Okay. I'm 39. I'm still working on exercise and it has been what I've avoided. And I always knew like exercise would help with sleep. Exercise would help with my energy. Exercise will help me, you know, like feel better about myself really. And so it's hard and it's a mind game. And it's mindset. And
it 100% is, because I feel like I always, and I know I'm not the only one. So if I'm not the only one, someone else, please like or comment or something. Don't leave me hanging over here. But, you know, I used to tell myself, well, I don't have the energy to work out, but it's actually backwards. If you work out and if you exercise and stretch and do the things, it will give you more energy. And so I think it's just about getting back in that routine. And I think also like us as, I want to call us entertainers because that's what we are, right? As DJs, we have to be the ones to bring the energy. So I think we have to take care of ourselves, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, so that we can take care of our clients and everyone out there. And honestly, I don't know how you guys feel, but I almost feel like DJing on the other side of the camera, you need even more energy than when you are in person, because in order to get through and break through that screen, it's I don't even know how to explain it, but
It's so draining. After I do an online party, I'm just like, I can't. I'm so defeated. But it's also because, I think I may have mentioned this last week, when you're working an online party or streaming, your brain is working in overdrive because you are not picking up on the natural things that you typically do, whether it be energy, whether it be body language. Your brain is like, wait a second, I can't pick this up. Let me work harder. So it's defeating. I agree. We have to have that energy.
It's a lot. It definitely is a lot. And then in addition to that, you walk away from that and then you step outside your studio or, your live stream space and you turn off the lights and now you've got family, right? And so then there's this, work from home, got to figure out balance. Some are homeschooling. I've heard nightmares about that. Luckily for me, my husband really takes the lead on cooking. So like if I'm having to do a late night, he's like sneaking in lunch and he's like, dinner's ready. So I'm kind of blessed on that end. But I would love to chat with you ladies because my situation's a little bit unique, and I'll go ahead and throw that out there. And I'm a stepmom. I'm an extra mom. So, the kids are here half the time. Right. And they're also a little bit older and they're very, very independent. So they'll wake up early in the morning when they're at our house, get their schoolwork done. And so that really has never even been an issue for us just because they're motivated to get stuff done. So I want to talk to you ladies a little bit so you can give people perspective or even just relate to them and let them know like, hey, I feel you. I'm there too. And it's okay. Because everybody's situation is different. So I'll start with Rundat. Why don't you share with us a little bit about like, what your experience has been with like work life, working from home, mom, wife, all the things.
Take a deep breath.
Yes, just breathe.
Because it's heavy. Kids, no kids, everything that's going on is so heavy and we feel it and we're like, what is this? I don't like this. Whatever it is, I feel it, And so when I'm coaching the girls and we have our weekly call, I'm always telling them it's okay. Like it's all okay. Like if you haven't done any schoolwork with your kid today, it's okay. There's tomorrow. If you, haven't done any work in your business or haven't felt like DJing, like it's okay, but do something. Like I'm not like, no, I don't promote going and curling up in bed for days on the couch, bag of chips, watch TV. Like, no, like it's just, but celebrate every win. Like today I snuck in some homework with my son and I felt so proud. And I was like, what can we do that's easy? They have their 100 words they need to know. I'm like, let's just go through these real quick. Or we compromise with like, we have these scholastic news little things about animals and stuff. And so I'm like, I'll read like 75% of it, but you have to read at least one part. And then, sometimes I'm like, you have to do the writing. I'll do the reading. We just compromise because my son is very challenging. He's 7 and he just doesn't want to do it. Like I say the word work, I say, oh, it's time for homework or it's time for schoolwork. Like I try to switch it. If the word work is there, he runs away literally. So like, it's really, really hard. And I know like so many parents are experiencing it. And, my daughter, she's 13 and she does it all on her own. And I don't really have to worry about her. And so as far as me trying to find time to work, that's pretty hard. I have a lot of Zoom meetings. I'm in different business masterminds, hosting my own. I have a leadership group I meet with. There's been so many trainings and I want to absorb all I can, but I had to set boundaries. Like you can only be on Zoom 3 to 4 hours a day. That's like just, it just zooms the energy right out of you. So making sure like we get outside, like my daughter was like, let's go for a run. The other day and a second time. And I was like still sore from that last run and I really didn't want to. And then I was like, okay, well, let's all go for a run. So like enrolling the whole family into doing it. And also noticing that my son does really good with my husband when it comes to like writing stories. But with me, it's like, no way, man. And so just getting creative and being flexible and not beating yourself up with the mom guilt and just that, like, how many times a day do I say, it's okay. It's all good. Like, it's just, like we do our best, like look at that to-do list. And if you knock something out, cool. If you didn't, there's tomorrow or later, or it's just like, take that pressure and expectation off of yourself, because us doers and us DJs who like are always kind of on the go and on the run, like me, I'm always running around. This is
DJ
weird
Rundat.
at home. Yeah. This is so weird to like not be on tour right now, but and there's the positives of connecting with all of you. We're doing this QSC Play Out Loud at home right now, like panel. This is awesome. So it's a juggling act. It always is. It's totally different now. We're not getting that break. So I do give myself a break. Like, I'm going to go down to the river for a minute alone. Like, I'm going to go sit in my car and do a training, like whatever.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
For sure. What about you, Jess? Like, all the things, right? Is there a way to like organize that, or, how do you decide, like, when do I do that later? What does later look like? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. First of all, the fact that you took a deep breath, Michelle, breathing is insane, right? Like, so I don't know if you know this, but whenever you get stressed out, I think it's carbon monoxide it's dioxide. Oh my God, not monoxide. Carbon dioxide builds up in your brain and in your system. And the only solution to dissipate that is oxygen. That is the only element that gets rid of that. So literally when they're like, just breathe, that's because you're taking away a stress chemical that's been evoked by your body's reaction. So just remember that breathing literally, it helps to get rid of the carbon dioxide that you don't want to be stressed with. Anyways, so my schedule recently changed 2 weeks ago. My husband went back to work. He is a low voltage electrician. He does like all that fun stuff in new construction. So he went back, and then he also picked up side work where he's working 6 to 9 Monday through Thursday. So the schedule of me just kind of doing whatever I wanted to do and diving into work all day long changed. So what I decided to do was try time blocking, which I learned from Kristin. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. Andrea, is it Eppolito?
Eppolito, yep.
Out of Las Vegas, Eppolito
Yep.
Events. I may be wrong with that, but she did a presentation on time blocking. So this is the first week that I tried that out, where I blocked off 8 to 9 for self-care. And then from 9 until about 10:45 is my work time. And from 9 to 9:45, I do current clients and email checkings, and I do whatever I can from that every single day. Then from 9:45 till about 10:45, I have different tasks for every day. I've looked at the goals that I want to get done: music organization, diving into Tave, which is my new management system, working on active gigs, and then I forget what the fourth one is. Maybe it's website maintenance. And then I left Friday open just in case something should happen. For example, today, I didn't get shit done. I slept in because I was up all night with like weird dreams and stuff. So now what I needed to do today is just going to transfer till tomorrow, and I'll still get it done. And then from 11 until 12 is schoolwork time. And we do that Monday through Thursday as well. And then if we miss a day, push it to Friday. So I give myself that grace period. Now, I haven't planned anything after noon yet, because I believe when setting a schedule, I can't set it. I have to let it speak to me. And then I'll realize what it needs to be. So I've set the schedule in the morning. I know it works. I've ran it. I've done it this whole week. And now I know what I think I'm going to transform my schedule to for next week, which I'm finding around like 5, 6 o'clock after dinner, I feel like working again. So I'm going to time block some stuff for that too. So I should have a pretty set schedule that'll keep me up and running until school's out. And then there'll be that chunk of time that's, we're using to learn that I'll fill with something else. But just kind of let your schedule speak to you. But also, one more thing, educating your kids of what you do. I mean, they should know. We're at home going live. We're working from home. My kids know that I'm a DJ. They come into my studio. They know what I do. They've watched me do it. If they understand it, then they understand why you have to work, and they know not to interrupt me. They can't say, Mom, can you search for this for me? I'm like, I'm working right now. You know what I mean? Mom, come wipe my butt. I'm like, honey, you're 5 years old. Do that yourself. I will stop for that. That's a little extreme. But, if you just teach your kids, father, mother, whatever your role is, stepmother, stepfather, just teach them what you do, and they'll have respect for that. They think DJs are cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I do. I am like a time blocking fiend. I love everything written down. So like I have this day designer. And so I usually start with like my month, and I'm like, okay, what do I got to block off for the month? Right. And then I usually go by day, and like, for example, we're going camping this weekend.
Nice.
So I have my day ready and blocked next Monday. And like, I have my list of things I have to do. And then I have my top 3. So even if I don't get done with my running to-do list, I'll have my top 3. And then once I figure out what my new strategy is for morning stuff, I'll print myself a cute little thing, stick it over there on like what my daily kickstart's going to be. I want to open it up to our viewers. I know that we've kind of shared like, oh yeah, what's that one? Is that that's your
my time blocking? Yeah, that's what I do. It all color coordinate it and stuff. So if anybody has questions about that, feel free to reach out to me or Kristin. Nice. But yeah, open it up. Sorry. Oh, I want to see more of that. I wish we had more.
I'll post it. I'll post it on the gram.
Okay.
But yeah, so I want to open it up to you guys. If there's anybody watching who has any questions or anything they want to share on what they do, please, please, please tell us. While you guys are thinking about that and posting in your comments, Jess, why don't you recap everybody one more time?
Yeah.
So they can win that book, exactly where they have to go, because I know you said Instagram.
Yes.
So definitely put your comments in there so that we can answer your questions or throw you up on here with some tips. And then just one more time, tell everybody how that they can enter to win.
So Michelle, do you want to show what you're raffling off too? So I'm raffling off the Everyday Mindfulness. It's an easy way to set an affirmation for your day. It's super easy. So I'll be sending that to you. The way that you're going to enter is you need to go to all of our Instagrams, which is what we have up here as our names. You're going to like our page, and then our account, and then you're going to go to the post that we all did that has the flyer from this event. It looks like this pretty much. You're going to like that. When you like that, for each female DJ that you like, that's an extra entry. So you can get 3 entries from liking the post on all of our Instagrams. If you want a bonus entry, comment. Okay, if you want another bonus entry, comment in the feed right now. Play Out Loud at Home rocks, and we know that we're going to put your name in for that too. So after this is done, I'm going to go through all of that. I'm going to count up what everybody's, if they've liked it, if they've commented, and then I'm going to throw everyone's name into a hat. Maybe I'll find an online portal. I don't know. And then I'll determine the winner, and that person's going to get this book. We'll let you know via Instagram. And then Michelle's also raffling off some wonderful things too.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for handling all that part. The logistics, you're so good at that. All right, so mine is going to be an autographed copy of my book, How to Start a DJ Business, plus a DJ Rundat.
Oh my God, I love that. Okay, so Lisa entered. I know Vicky entered. If anybody else wants to enter in the comments, you just got to type in that, Play Out Loud at Home rocks. And then I see that Lisa's been saying some really interesting stuff too. Lisa Orchard.
Orchard maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you were talking about like the things that release, she said it's nitric oxide probably releases during exercise.
Okay.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget things, and I probably should have Googled that before sharing it. So thank you for that. I remember bits and pieces.
Yeah. And then Casey Hasty says, cacao is unprocessed chocolate, no sugar. And then once it gets processed, it turns into cocoa. She's in love with the cocoa. And then QSC, of course, all official cocoa versus cacao. The difference between those two is that cocoa has been processed at high heat, which destroys much of the nutritional benefits, while the cacao seed, which is cocoa powder, meanwhile, comes from a fermented and roasted bean that is processed at a higher heat and milled into a powder. Boom.
There we go. Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you for that.
Yep. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Once again, DJ Jess out of Pittsburgh, DJ Rundat. I forget everything except her peacefulness going down to the river. Rundat, which side of the world are you in again?
I'm in Northern California, Humboldt County, way up in the ancient redwood trees, beautiful rivers, Lost Coast, black sand beaches.
Yes, look at that. Literally a female DJ from every corner of the U.S. because I am repping the Southeast down in Orlando. I'm going to go on my Instagram now and kind of post. I'd love to hear, you guys' thoughts, what you thought of, everything we said, and if there's anything you want to add to that. So thanks for joining us. Play Out Loud is going to be on next Thursday, so join us for another episode of that. Thank you so much, QSC, for having us. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.